Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we are taking another cheeky look at Cardano. Specifically we're going to be talking a little bit around the major upgrade that is due any day now. It's going to be fantastic, and we'll also take a look, Chris, over some of the fantastic commercial projects that Cardano has in the pipeline, and so I'll have a little look at that as well. So guys, if you do find this video useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all the various videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, because this is a Cardano video, and we genuinely like to talk about it, do you want to discuss the staking pool that we have?
Yeah, so the staking pool, obviously, it's probably about a month old now, so still relatively new. But we got some fantastic news the other night. So we are minting 2 blocks in this epoch, which is going to be amazing. Which I'm led to believe is like 5 times the normal rewards for an epoch. So really exciting and still buzzing, aren't we, Nick? That everybody's going to be benefiting with the 2 blocks that we're going to be minting. It's fantastic news. But if you're not delegated already, in my humble opinion, you're not holding ADA correctly. By delegating it, not only are you benefiting from the rewards from minting blocks, in ADA rewards, that is, and they are juicy. You're also helping the project as well by helping it become more decentralized. So overall, you're doing a fantastic job by delegating. So if you're not delegating to us and you're already delegating to somebody else and they're getting close to saturation, or you just fancy a change, we'd love to have you minting blocks with us, wouldn't we, Nick?
Absolutely. You can find us using the ticker Cheek, and you can find the pool on the Euro wallet, the Deadliest wallet, even ADA Lite, I believe, Chris, as well as the Atomic wallet using the pool ID. So lots of fantastic ways to go about delegating your ADA. And if you do not know how to delegate, we have got several videos on our channel showing you how to go about doing it. So do check those out as well. Right, Chris, with all that said and done, let's jump over to the desktop and just see what's going on here with this major upgrade for Cardano.
Yeah, let's do it, Nick. Sounds great.
Fantastic. So Cardano approaches a new major upgrade as ADA posts an inspired rally. So we've seen some fantastic price discovery, this year on the ADA token. It's gained such significant ground, and we've had a recent pullback, but that's to be expected. There's nothing in that scares me or Chris at this particular point. Everything is still kind of going according to plan. And we're going to talk a little bit about Cardano's upgrade, because it's a very, very important one. So Cardano 𝗕𝗓𝗪 upgrade and token, gains are poised to compete with Ethereum, while metrics are potentially still suggesting that Ethereum is still king. And ultimately that is going to be the case for a while yet. Cardano and Ethereum, they will eventually have their time in the ring together. But for now, I believe that mantle is solely sitting with Ethereum. And rightfully so, because they are actually, a smart contract platform, and Cardano is still working towards that. But this upgrade gets them one step closer. So the Cardano Foundation's, coin, that's the ADA, runs on the native token of the Cardano blockchain. It had, really good strong levels of 97 cent here on the February the 12th. Okay, having started this year around 18 cents, basically it's about 438% gains on the year. So really, really good stuff. But on February the 3rd, Chris, Cardano's development firm, they actually write it here as Input Output Hong Kong, but that's actually changed to Input Output Global now, so IOG rather than IOHK. But they basically conducted a successful hard fork that's applied the Goggen's native token upgrade. So, and this is known as the 𝗕𝗓𝗪 hard fork or 𝗕𝗓𝗪 upgrade. And this was basically applied to the Cardano testnet, okay, which obviously is what you want to do first before you start moving ahead to the mainnet. So, which basically, this whole thing transforms the blockchain into a multi-asset network, similar to that of Ethereum and many other third generation blockchains as well. So it's really, really good stuff, and it's a very important update. But what's happened here is obviously on the 3rd of February, that has been launched on that testnet, and they've managed to sort out any issues if there were any. And the team expects to launch, to have this upgrade launched on the mainnet by the end of February. So really just days away, and we're going to have that multi-asset functionality. So the other features, obviously, 𝗗𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 update will roll out simultaneously in accordance with different phases of the Cardano roadmap. And specifically, we're going to see, the rest of the actual smart contract, that's the Plutus element, in March. So, the first thing that we're going to see here is the the Mary hard fork going across onto the mainnet. And once that's on the mainnet, you'll see Plutus go onto the testnet. Okay, and then once that's worked itself out, the Plutus will move over to the mainnet after that. So lots of fantastic things that are happening here in terms of smart contracts. And obviously Plutus is the smart contracts that we're going to be working towards. So in terms of functionality, this upgrade would equate Cardano's native tokens to ERC20 fungible and obviously the ERC721 non-fungible tokens on Ethereum. So very, very good stuff. That's basically Cardano's version. For the first time, users on the Cardano blockchain will be able to create their own tokens. And I think this is really good and a very positive move. And it ties into the piece that we're going to talk about next as well. So yeah, I guess there's some similarities with the Ethereum blockchain, and these could be design differences between Cardano's native token compared to Ethereum's tokens. We're not going to really go into that, and this article kind of goes on for a little while, Chris, kind of going through some of the, I guess, things that we've seen happen during this year so far, the first couple of months, right? So we're not really going to talk about the design differences too much, but here's a little quote. So instead of sending tokens, requires a nominal fee, which is basically called a min ADA value, and payable in ADA, right? Okay, to be sent alongside the tokens. So many also bundle multiple native tokens together and send them together in one transaction. This raises the minimum ADA value. However, this fee does not depend on network congestion or rely on smart contract execution. So it's very, very good stuff. And if we look down here, Ethereum has been supporting smart contracts since 2015, yet smart contract development is still in a maturing field. So with Ethereum, every week bugs and security risks are discovered and added to registries of smart contract securities best practices, and it's a hugely problematic for smart contracts altogether to have still 6 years later, Chris, finding problems with code, and Ethereum has had no end of problems, so it's good to have something that's been built from the ground up with a real strong use case. And I think it's going to really seriously change people's lives for the better. I'm not really going to talk about it becoming the fourth cryptocurrency by market cap because, it's fantastic anyway. And Ethereum is still king. Yes, I think that is going to be the case for a little while yet. But one day there will be a bit of a battle between the two of them once everything's kind of on par. But let's talk about this, Chris, which is another fantastic piece of news. Which we kind of spoke about a little about, I guess, in the other videos, Chris, right? Which is all about the, Cardano says that's over 100 commercial products in the pipeline. Okay, it says Hoskinson. So Cardano's native cryptocurrency, ADA, was trading at 92 cents. Okay, at the time of writing this, and is currently the fourth largest cryptocurrency by market cap. For tokens, that surged by 400% since the beginning of the year. The questions arose as to what exactly caused the sudden surge in its price. According to Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson, the fundamental value of the project has always been evident. Okay, and here's a little quote: "I have 100+ commercial projects, in the pipeline that will want to either migrate or build something on Cardano." So it's absolutely massive, and obviously we've seen a recent development on the front. On this front, right, including Singularity announcing that it would create 1 billion new AGI tokens on the Cardano blockchain. So according to IOG, this will be the first major token release on the Cardano native assets platform, and is the largest, democratic exercise in the history of decentralized AI. And it was absolutely massive, and it was brilliant to be a part of 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 Phase 2. So these interested parties aren't limited to DeFi protocols and crypto project exclusively. As Hoskinson also went on to state, we have Fortune 500 interest and we have government interest as well. And we've spoken a little bit about that government interest, and we're waiting for that news to drop as well. So, the Cardano founder, Charles here, presumably referred to Cardano's recent deal with Africa, an African government. Earlier this week, the director of African operations at IOG, this is John O'Connor, he kind of announced that Cardano is about to secure a contract with the Ethiopian government in Africa. And it's a little bit ahead of time. It's not quite over the line yet, but when it does, that's going to be fantastic news when it drops, because there's potential of onboarding like 5 million users. So while further details, obviously, of that project remain, undisclosed, the project is, anticipated to see millions and millions of users on board onto the Cardano ecosystem for real-world use. So despite the $1 price mark for ADA approaching, and the cryptocurrency is still yet to be listed on exchanges like Coinbase, right? And we also did a video about that and how we think that might be something that's coming soon as well. Specifically around, the absolutely, the perfect timing that it could be that once Plutus and smart contracts get launched, we see a listing on Coinbase. It could be all geared up for some fantastic price discovery for Cardano. So, Chris, I guess this now means that, there's some fantastic things that are in the pipeline. We've obviously seen governments, we see a 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 and, the potential for Coinbase as well. What's your thoughts on all of that?
Yeah, I just think there's so much going on, Nick, and I don't know, whether it's worth sort of touching on the social media aspect of stuff that I know they're also working on, right? There's just so much going on for Cardano. Hats off to them. Lots of hard work that has gone in over a length of time, isn't it? But they've definitely done it the right way. I feel, with this particular project, and yeah, I think Charles has come out and said, people are scratching their heads, perhaps,
it's baffling, really. And it's not, I tell you, what's more baffling to me, Chris, is why people are scratching their heads. Because, when you take this amount of time to build something from the ground up, and you're scratching your head thinking, how has this happened? I don't know what kind of planet they've been living on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We've kind of said from when we first started, really, that as long as they stick to their roadmaps and they deliver, and we believe, and we always have, that they would do that, right?
It seems like a wasted opportunity, wouldn't it, otherwise?
Yeah, exactly. So, with the issues that Ethereum are having with the gas fees and the scaling, all that sort of jazz, right? Like, they have to nail these dates, like these releases that are in their roadmap, and hats off to them. Lots of hard work's gone into it, lots of graft, and it's paying off now, right? You're getting to that light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah, it's fantastic news. Again, it makes us more bullish, and unlike most, even if we go into a bull, like a bear market, we'll still be here accumulating, right? Because we know what this project is. We know the great work that Cardano and the team are doing, right? So
yeah, it's one of the main reasons for even being a stake pool operator, right? It was
exactly.
Create that pool, help the decentralization effort, get the ADA delegated, take that out of circulating supply, help everyone who is participating in this particular blockchain project, and building it from the ground up. And I've always been a big admirer of that peer reviewed approach, and ultimately. Anyone who I'm always pro new technological advancements, right? And I think about Ethereum's, just the way that their smart contracts work is just baffling to me. How it's even running to the scale that it is today. So I have high hopes for this Cardano Plutus, Gauguin era, because ultimately having something that's been purpose built from the ground up to solve some of these major issues that we're seeing with Ethereum, I believe it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and it's going to be much appreciated by many in this space.
Yeah, and nobody's come out and directly said that Coinbase is going to happen, right? But what other liquidity providers or big event around liquidity could there be other than Coinbase? Unless we're completely missing something, and we haven't thought about something else that's glaringly obvious, and we're just missing it. It can't be anything else. It's got to be Coinbase, whether it's the end of this month or the beginning of next. Again, what's that going to do? For the adoption, not just the price, but the adoption also. It's going to do wonders for the price, but it's also going to do wonders for the adoption. And I'm all for that.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. It'll also be interesting if Coinbase actually started their own staking pools as well, so you can stake directly on Coinbase. I mean, it's going to be obviously very beneficial for many Coinbase users who are going to be a little bit less technically able. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. If it's just going to be custody, if it's going to be trading, if they'll even become a stake pool operator. Because there's so many objectives here with Cardano. They're ticking off a lot of boxes all at the same time, simultaneously. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds for sure. But obviously, guys, I wanted to mention it at the beginning of the video, didn't we, Chris, about the stake pool? If you're not delegating your ADA, you're not making your money work for you. So we do recommend that you delegate either to our own pool or to someone else's pool. That's perfectly fine. But we do recommend that you delegate. It's as risk-free as it can possibly be, and you do earn additional ADA by doing so. And you also benefit, the ecosystem as well. So helping the decentralization effort and also helping to increase the ADA value. So definitely worthwhile doing. So do check out our particular pool, which comes under the ticker of Cheek. That can be found on the 𝗗𝗧, the Deadliest, the ADA Lite, or even the Atomic Wallet. So depending on where you currently hold your ADA, you'll be able to find a way of delegating it for sure. And if you have found this video useful, informative, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it, as do I. And if you're new to the channel, not yet subscribed, do subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all the various videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all this said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.